crafty friends, Kim from Stamping Imperfection. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm playing with a technique, and this is called a faux lens, or sometimes it's called a fractured card. And I haven't actually tried this before, so I'm kind of excited about trying this technique and seeing how the card turns out. I've seen a ton of these all over the place in the last 2 or 3 years, and I thought I'd give it a try finally. So here are the supplies that I have. I actually have a whole bunch of these strips of leftover scrap paper. These are cut down. I trim them down to 1/4 inch strips. This is basic black, and it needs to be whatever color your card base is. So I also have a card base in basic black. This is cut at 4.5 by 11. I scored and folded it at 5.5. Then I have a piece of designer series paper. This is the botanical textured paper, and I love it. The whole pack is black and white and a little bit of gray. I think it's a really pretty. This is cut at 4 by 5.25. And then I have a piece of basic white cardstock cut at 4 by 5.25 that I'm going to use for the inside of the card. And then I have this. This is about 2 3/8 inches square, and I die cut this out with my Stylish Shapes dies. I use the second largest size right there to cut this out. So this is where I'm starting. I'm starting with these two things. Now I also cut out a smaller version of this to try it out and make sure I knew what I was doing. And I've got this mounted on a 4 by 6 inch piece of basic white. My black piece is cut at 3 inches by 4 inches. My designer series paper is cut at 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. I use the smallest square, and I still use the 1/4 inch strips. Then I have a printable that is available on my blog. This is technique number 51 for me in my technique album. I actually upgraded my album. If you've been watching any of my technique videos, you know that I have quite a few of these technique videos, and I have, this is over 50 techniques, so I upgraded to a larger album. This one can hold 100 techniques, so I've got a bunch more to go now, so I'm super excited about it. But you can find all of these technique cards on my blog at stampingimperfection.com. There's a tab at the top that says 2024-2025 techniques. If you click on that, it'll take you to a page with all the videos and all of the printable videos. So you can check that out there. And I love having these technique cards. And for mine, you'll notice I put a little asterisk and a number 1 here, so I remembered where I started, because the first attempt at this, I didn't get it started in the right spot, so it didn't quite work out, but here's how it works out best. So again, 4 by 5.25 for your designer series paper, about a 2 3/8 inch square, 2 1/4 inch, something like that. I'm going to attach this, and I'm just using my Tombow liquid adhesive. It's my favorite adhesive. I'm going to put this in the middle. You can put it a little toward the top if you want to, and hopefully I'm getting it fairly centered there, and I'm turning it like a diamond, just like this. Okay, and I'm going to start over here, and I'm just going to pick one of these strips, and I'm going to add some glue on the back of this. I'm just going to lay this down so I can just hold it where I need the glue to go to. So I need the glue to go to about there. This paper is going to extend from this corner. So you want to start by lining this up with the upper left-hand corner, and I want it to actually line up with this corner down here. So I'm going to take another one of these strips and just butt it up here so that I have it pushed all the way down to the corner. So this is right up next to this side. So I know that this is all the way down to the corner where I need it to be, and it goes to the edge of my card. So I'm going to give that a minute to dry, and then I'm going to take this one. Actually, I'm going to go here. I'm going to do this one second. I'm going to go around clockwise, and same thing, I'm just going to kind of line it up so I know how far down the strip the glue needs to go. And then I butt this all the way up against that strip that's already there and make sure it's nice and tight against my square and just stick it down. Then I'm going to go to this next one. And I'm going to do the same thing. And this goes all the way to the end of the paper. And these need to be maybe 4 inches long is good for these. Okay, and I'm just going to glue this one. So I'll turn this again, butt it up against the next to the square and against the strip that I just put down. Okay, and then I'm going to finish the last one off here. And about there. This is a great way to use those strips of paper you cut off when you're, making cards or scrapbook layouts. We have so many little paper strips left over. I love that somebody came up with something like this. All right, so I've got those all adhered. And it really helps to start in one corner and work your way around. So I'm just trimming these off. And I'm just putting my scissors right next to the edge of the Designer Series paper. Just, again, butting them up against there and then trimming this off just like this. There we go. And I'm going to keep these because those will work on another card. Certainly don't want to throw those out now. To finish my card, I can go ahead and attach this to the front of the card. Just like this. And I want to get this as centered as I can. And you'll notice that I open my card. I actually find that I do a much better job getting things straight when I open my card like this and put it down. Not sure why this works better for me, but it definitely does. I'm going to go to the inside and I'm going to add, actually, before I do this, I'm going to take one of those strips. Let's see if this one's long enough. Not quite. I'll take one of these strips. Here's one. This one definitely looks long enough. And I'm going to add this to the side of this panel. You could add it across the bottom. I have a tendency just to go down the side with stuff like this, just for a little decoration on the inside. Now, one of the things I should have done before I started this was I should have decorated my the little square in the center. I should have decorated that square before I stuck it to the card front. But that's okay. I'll do it while it's on the card. So this gives me something for the inside of my card. There we go, just like that. So I've got a nice inside. Now I need to decorate this. Do this first before you start. I was just anxious to get to the making of the card, because so this is a new technique for me, and I've pulled out two stamp sets, Simply Said and Natural Botanicals. I've got my black Memento ink pad here, and I'm thinking that I definitely want to do one of the little floral bits here, and I think that might be all I do. I could put a leaf. I can always add a leaf if I want to. And I am going to do this in black and white. I'm just going to give it a little tilt. Hopefully that wet glue on the bottom will not make the ink underneath the paper. Hopefully the glue is dry enough. I don't want the ink to run from that, so I like that. And I'm going to pull out, I could add a little leaf here too. A leaf or two. Got this one. Also got that one. That one's too big. Okay, this one. Do I want to add this? I'm not sure. I'm just going to put that there for a minute, and then I'm going to pull out. I just wanted to do the hello. I love having hello cards. Oh, I think I actually do want to do that leaf. So let me pick that up. Let me pick up my hello there. And I'm going to go ahead and ink these up. This one first. And this one second. Just like that. And I thought I would add some little pencil details. Okay, I've got my watercolor pencils. And you don't have to use them like watercolor pencils. So I've got I think this is set 1. I'm not sure which set is which. And I thought I could actually just add a little bit of gray here. So it kind of works with the paper. I'll just add a little bit to the top of each one of these. You can kind of look at how the leaves are done. That's kind of what I'll attempt to do here with the petals. And just kind of give it a little bit of a shadow almost. I'm going to make sure I get each one. I'll do the same thing with the leaves. Just add a little bit, just like that. I'm not even going to add water to this. I just wanted to add a little bit of a shadow like that, and you can add some to the top if you want to, but that will be that. To finish this off, I've got these. These are the neutral matte dots. I really like these, and I think I'm going to add these dark ones. I'm not sure whether they're black or early espresso. And since I'm not sure, I feel pretty confident. Let me pull this out. I feel pretty confident if I use this on here, nobody else is going to be sure either. There, let's just we'll put 3 on there, and that will complete the card. You can add some ribbon or twine or anything like that that you want to add. But how great is that? And here is my card, my card for my technique album, and it is all set to go. So if you're looking to purchase supplies, I would love to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and you can shop online for Stampin' Up! Supplies like these at shopwithkim.net. And I would love it if you give this video a thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe to my channel, friends, and click that bell to get notifications every time I upload a new video. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you find time to try a new technique today. So thanks so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.